Yeah, so basically, I will try to fix this issue tonight. So when I trying to routing to the DNS servers, it's just not working for some reason. So basically, if I if I try to try to fix this, is that trying to use another DNS server. So normally I have another DNS server called 192.168.1 and 250. That is a pi-hole DNS, and when I allow an additional CIDR, for example, like OIPv6, right? It's supposed to work, right? But now I'm going to show you why it's not going to work really quick. Okay, so I will just upgrade it. At the same time, probably I will just continue searching. So my idea is that I really want to be able to route you able to have only route the private IP addresses to one DNS server, the WireGuard DNS clients. Well, I think WireGuard supposed to be have a support able to resolve any DNS, but it failed to resolve DNS. I think it's kind of failed. So I think I can try to add another destination of add another route destination. So maybe have a IP table routing different DNS. So this one is like if I do this IP table, it's basically telling me that yeah, if I use this one, right, if you basically go to this routing destination of 53, multiple DNS. The idea is kind of plain and simple. I just want a set of private IP addresses to be routing to only certain port. So let me just go with my previous fix first. So I will just let me try to use my YubiKey. So let me just test, and then I have this IP. I have this router. Let me just try to capture this really quick. And then when I turn this on, my real expectation is that once my connection is set up, I probably need to be able to go to some kind of Express, for example. Yeah, it's probably failed. I think this routing is literally not working. But if I go to something like yeah, same things. So I think I shouldn't add this one here. Probably it's just not worked at all. This one is not work at all way, so I don't think I really want to I really don't want to let me just go on post up WireGuard. I think there's something to do with post up and post down. I don't really understand how it's worked yet. Yeah, you can either do in a separate line or you just, you know. So this guy do exactly the same thing as I do. So there's not much different. But the forward minus y here, I think it's y graph 0 probably, and it's an accepting thing. I'm not sure about the older part. Maybe this one could work, but what about is the slash o? IP table, I think there's a list of commands that I need to understand. Maybe you could look at the let O, I think. Well, I'm not sure about the O, parameter O here. IP table is a huge things here. It's a firewall basically. So either way, I can try to fix my power DNS, you know. I think I can try to automatically redirect everything to block IP addresses. So it's a problem right now because I really don't understand how power DNS can it has hard to say. If I can add another DNS server here, probably it will work no matter what. Yeah. So this one I know it will work anyways, you know, it will work anyways. No doubt it will not work or not. That is something no doubt to think about. So I think there's one way I can do is that I can try to, you know, just apply this guy another time. And we have a stand-up meeting like next several minutes. Let me just open a Teams meeting on the left here. Probably it will work for me. Where the hell I been this? Okay. So I can just try to open this VPN again and try to log in. Open this one. Let's turn off this one. Open the QR code again and open this VPN up. It's definitely not work if I try to do that, but all the things like VN Express or any public website, I can access it no matter what. If I try to log into, so yeah, arrow. So the WireGuard has problem with this arrow. Well, that's one thing I can try to do. I'm not sure, to be honest. I can try to get go to no. I can basically, if I execute into one of my port here and got it already solved out, I probably can use CoreDNS as my primary DNS server here. I'm not sure if it will work or not. I have to give a try for that. So let's just do it now. I'm tired, man. I feel sleepy the whole time today, and I don't have anyone who care about me. So yeah, it sounds a bit emotional somehow. It feels a bit like I don't have a life somehow. It's true. It happens to everyone who in IT field. If you spend too much time in the computer, you have to face to accept the fact that no one will actually give a shit about you. So it's completely a normal thing. It's a norm everywhere. It's something happening now in this world. People have to deal with loneliness. So I really I don't complain about that. I just feel like it's not really a happy thing to do all the time. Sometimes if you meet a lot of success thing, if you feel really successful by your work, and you get a good work done and things like that. You probably have a change anytime soon. Okay, I think I can access traffic now, and even go to viewing spread. Yeah, split tunnel working, no doubt. I'm actually using CoreDNS. There's only one thing I'm not sure if that I can access the home router or not. Yeah, home router is just shit. So probably I had to do nothing. I'm not really sure, but yeah, multiple client DNS is not working. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it's not working after all. I get the idea of IP configuration, but the fact that I really want to have custom DNS servers that actually can do the DNS routing for us. So I can try to have a forward DNS. I think I'm not sure if that's working or not, but forward tone, okay. The difficult thing is that I need to remove the pi hole after I have this one. So the idea is that I probably have a different way of mapping DNS. So probably I will need to make an update file like this. Let me do it really quick. So in the cluster, for example, you have the DNS here, and you actually define this one. So I probably do another thing which I really want to do, which is do some kind of DNS mapping. So it's not literally like this one, it's probably a different way to represent this one. So I think I can still keep this one anyways, but probably I will want to do some kind of DNS mapping. So maybe something like this one, just to make you guys understand the idea. So if you do something like this one, you probably understand what I'm going to do. So this one is simple, right? But now something more important. Home router. Yeah, basically what I mean is that they are trying to fix a WireGuard, which will never happen with, which I will never be able to do it. I don't think that's really happen. Maybe multiple form WireGuard. So if you connect to VPN, you have to declare so ISP router .home, for example. You might want to create another subdomain for this one, but I think I won't do that, just for the simplicity of the things. So I think I have a record here, yeah, equal to you get the idea, right? Yeah, it should be one, like that. Probably the following sequence will be the same, maybe just router, for example, home router, and then a server router, and then you have the now this is just a mapping things. Now if you look at the custom list of the pi-hole, if I go to pi-hole, for example, and go to etc pi-hole, you have the custom list here. So this is exactly what I'm trying to do. So what I will do is trying to do some kind of mapping things from the left hand to the right. So for example, I can just replace everything like this one, and yeah, just put in the home, for example, and then you have an equal, and then put in a record equal to this one, right? I think that doesn't matter, but as long as it works, right? The only thing I want to change is Yeah, it's a long list. It's indeed a very long list. But you know, you have to accept that that's a fact anyways. So you probably have to go with it somehow. Yeah, probably you can try to okay, the router I probably just need to remove the one first, home router, and then the older router one. Sure, yeah, this one is enough, but let me just show you one thing. I probably just don't want to have multiple lines. This one is just too long for us, so we can try to, yeah, basically. So it's a bit easier to look at, I think. I'm not really sure 100%. Yeah, try to keep everything in one line so it's look a bit easier for us. So I'm not sure about this solution, but I think this is the best we can have right now. Just trying to collapse the whole thing. Yeah, similar to all the guys, I think the only thing we need to do is so if I do another pre-commit things, like let's just go back here. No, this one. Go back here. This one. I go with the Terraform using pre-commit. So it realign everything on you. So it's probably easier for this one. So you have the ISP router if which duplicate. The rest is okay. I don't think anything. Okay, this one is duplicate as well. So we have the for of this guy, and we have a symbol, and we have the pi hole. Probably that's made up everything. API server, I think. So if you are connected to VPN, you basically can do everything, you know. So that's much it. Yeah, so now this is next step I need to do is basically I go to the main, and then probably what I need to do is update this DNS for a second. So it's really not about for each this. I know this is for each is correct, but the values itself is not literally everything we have. So you know the DNS, the DNS for each of this variable. I know it will be a bit different. Now it will be an object. That is optional. A record. Sorry. Optional string. This is one of the record. Probably we do it in the future. Will be a bit different. But now you have a list of object, right? List of objects. So basically, you can look at TFR here. It's really not a list anymore. I would say this is an object. So for each DNS, and then you have to yeah. Now let's go back to variable for the to fix this one. So it's not a list or anymore. It's an object, a map object obviously, and then when you go to the module itself, you have to fix the variable for a second. So subdomain, this will not be a string, this will be an object, for each this one, and this object is it's map of object actually, and each object is an I record with an optional string. Okay, this one I make a mistake. It's not this one is mistake. Yeah. So default will be just an empty things. And then in the main will consists of everything you need. For example, like if I try to follow this up, so basically if this subdomain, right, the subdomain will basically it go through each of these subdomain, and the key, you know, basically the key is yeah, the key is basically the domain we want to access. The values is a bit different. The values, if we have some kind of record there, you know, then we probably yeah. So basically, you know, we need to follow for each another time, but I don't think I have any demand on adding CNAME here. So probably just keep the same thing. We have the each value a. So you know, you can try to look up the each value with letter a. Then we just go ahead use these values anyway, because I recall. Else we can just use the ingress IP. I think that's pretty much that simple. You know, we can try to go to Terraform, go to cluster, go to DNS, run a plan for it. Just make sure you log in first. So basically I can run some kind of plan, you know, and yeah, the idea is kind of similar. I think you guys can just apply it anyways. It looks really good. Okay, it's really quick. I think due to the fact that probably DNS is just right here. Now if I log into my DNS servers, and I can just go to the manage this one, you can see that it has a lot of different parts. So I'm not talking about the DNS anything. If something is older than if something older than that, you can probably see. If I can just go to all, see that it's really clean somehow. So if I try to access to one of the hole, I think is that hole, but now this time is home taqui.xyz. I can actually use it. So it's really a cool thing. Now if because since I already updated this one, now let me check my phone real quick. So basically I can go to because I want to access the router, right? I can just go to ISP / router. I'm doing it on my phone at the moment. So ISP router .home .taqui.xyz, and then you can, yeah, it just worked. It's just powerful to see it's working. So it's a really huge thing for me to have this one working. So I think I fixed the problem that I made earlier, you know, and probably I will just save this code now. Yeah. The next video I probably try to run on the key clock things.